Andy Wacker, Matt Daniels, here at Sierre-Zinal, ready for the big race. Yeah, sub 4 minute miler, 13:40 5K runner, Olympic trials qualifiers in the marathon, any service, any distance. Matt Daniels, 4th place at Western States. Andy Wacker, multiple Team USA mountain running member, doing well in the Golden Trail Series. Great day, huh?
Beautiful. It's hard to beat.
The descent into Zinal is, you can see it right there. You come off the trail there, you come down into Zinal for the finish. The race is won on the downhill, even though it's a big net uphill race. 7,000 feet of climbing and 19 miles. Yeah.
It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had the radio on. I was driving. The train flew by. Me and Del were singing.
All right, so today is August, I don't know what today is. It's like 5 days after Sierre-Zinal, 10 days out from Pikes Peak Marathon. Coming off the top of Pikes Peak here, just doing a little training session. First hard workout back from Sierre-Zinal, which I want to talk about the race. We'll talk about Pikes later. But anyway, solid race for me, solid race. I'll show you clips from Switzerland, so I'm descending this trail here. But 11th place, 2:38. Usually I'm not happy when I get 11th place in a race, but there are circumstances that made me happy about this race and this performance. Part of it was the time. Running under 2:40 was a good goal. Obviously I'd rather run in the low 2:30s, but the big thing that made me happy about Sierre-Zinal was I feel like I got my climbing legs back, my mountain strength back. Been feeling a lot better, and considering how poorly the Mount Blanc Marathon went just 6 weeks ago, it was a great turnaround. It was a great turnaround and a testament that the training's finally starting to kick in and work. So yeah, I was really happy about that, and also just the level of competition at Sierre-Zinal. If you don't know much about it, you know, it's the classic mountain race. It's been going on for like 40 years. Probably the most competitive mountain race in the world. Maybe some years WMRA 12K 10K champs has a more competitive field, but this year was a special year because records were broken. It was part of the Golden Trail Series, but also it was part of the WMRA World Cup, and pretty much everybody who's everyone in European mountain running seemed to be there in this race. A lot of people I've raced against head-to-head. Kilian Jornet, of course, setting the course record, an amazing time. The top Americans there, like Jim Walmsley, Matt Daniels, Andy Wacker, myself, Max King. I'm just naming a few guys that I know. Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going, man?
How's it going? Hey,
Cortland
from Florida.
Yeah.
Doing all the 14ers, or a ton of 14ers in Colorado.
Yeah, not all of them, just a ton of them.
Awesome, great mix. Yeah. All right, so yeah, Sierre-Zinal, great history, records went down. Kilian Jornet, amazing performance, 2:25, amazing shape. He was gone, but the level of competition was so high with the top 20 or 30 guys, and it was so marginal. Like, if I was like a couple minutes slower, I would have lost, you know, over 10 places. And so, you know, climbing strength's finally coming back, mountain legs coming back. My legs actually felt really strong, whereas at Comrades and Mount Blanc Marathon, and even over the past 2 years, they felt exceptionally weak. The only limiting factor really was my lactate threshold and limited breathing. Nutrition was dialed, taking in Spring Energy Canterbury, Power Rush, and Heal Aid, as well as drinking a lot of electrolyte fluid. So nutrition was on game. Pacing was probably on game. I'd like my climbing and downhill to be a little better, but you know, it's a good springboard for Pikes Peak coming up here. And you know, 11th place, I'll take it for now. I'll take it for now. Again, I want to be top 3 or contend for the win in a lot of these races, but Sierre-Zinal was just legendary this year. And you can see some of the clips here on the course there, the celebration, the history. It's an amazing history with the runners coming there for decades. You get the 210, 212 marathon runners, you get the short distance mountain runners, you get the ultra trail guys. Just a great international contingent. Really cool people to hang out with. The after party after the race, really cool awards. So I'll run those clips, see that. We'll keep vlogging here going into Pikes Peak Marathon, and yeah, I just really feel like my health's coming around, my leg strength's coming around. Doing the short interval training, revamping the training, just hitting that reset button a little after Mount Blanc Marathon, even though it was only 6 weeks ago. I think I could really build on that fitness, and that's really the important takeaway with the training cycle. And I think, you know, banking all those 180-mile weeks, well, 80-mile and 100-mile weeks, what is that, kilometers? 130, 140, 150 kilometer training weeks, all winter training for comrades and the marathon stuff, is really starting to pay off now. And if I periodize that the right way, hopefully I'm translating it into these mountain races, and legs are feeling very strong. So it's really promising. It's really promising, and I'm optimistic, feeling healthy and more like myself again. So we'll get down here, do a little workout, tune up before Pikes. Really can't do that much in 10 days. It's still recovering from Sierre-Zinal. Of course, recovery is important, but you know, getting my blood tested, eating clean, plant-based diet is really seeming to work. Didn't really change anything else, and that's kind of the difference you feel in performances, in the leg strength, stuff like that. How's it going? Thanks. So I don't want to be a negative Nancy about Sierre-Zinal, because I feel really good about the race, my progression. There were a lot of people, several people in the top 10, elite competitive runners, sponsored runners, who are undoubtedly getting, you know, free gear, probably salary, tens of thousands of dollars possibly worth of travel, support, international perks, social media fame and attention for doing well in these races. And they've actually been caught on PED, performance enhancing drug, doping tests. Actual real ones, like performed by WADA, which don't happen very often. Some of them were multiple offenders, and some of them did really well in this race. And I think we're not gonna ignore that fact, that the sport is not 100% clean, especially at the top end when we have a lot to benefit, right? For me, getting sponsorship was life-changing, career-changing. It's my dream, a dream come true, and something I'm lucky, but it's competitive. It's something you have to fight for. And cheating with performance-enhancing drugs that are knowingly banned, that could help you 3%, 5%, 6%, is everything at the elite top end when you're trying to do all this hard training and working really hard. So, you know, it's something that really grinds my gears. I mean, it's the same as like not following the rules as like if you have to stay on a marked course to run a certain distance in a race and not cut switchbacks. If, you know, it would be like going off course. You'd be like taking literal shortcuts, figurative shortcuts, to use performance enhancing drugs, especially the heavy hitters like EPO or testosterone, HGH, that could very well help you be the difference between, making a team, getting sponsored, having a new job as a professional athlete. There's a lot of money on the line that makes it incentive to dope. And you know, it's a lot of it's tied up in ego, I think, too. The glory, quote unquote, of getting attention on social media. It feels good. It feels good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it helps your career, and it's definitely a way to cut corners to get up there. So, you know, I stand for clean sport. I wish there was more testing in the sport. In my experience, there's hardly any testing in the sport. And this is race day testing. And this isn't world anti-doping standard testing. This is like all sorts of crazy stuff that's not controlled, A and B samples, not reported, no penalty. The penalties are a joke. I mean, if you're not serving at least a multi-year ban, and you could take these strong performance enhancing drugs and get back into it and win a lot of money and fame and glory, sponsorship, you're stealing other people's dreams. You could be stealing an Olympic berth, right? So it grinds my gears. It's just the difference between right and wrong. Following WADA code, World Anti-Doping, they come up with a banned substance list for a very good reason, because they know scientifically it could help aid your performance a lot. And obviously not all drugs are created equal, and I'm all for giving some people second chances depending on the circumstances and infractions, but it grinds my gear. I'm all for clean sport. I'm gonna play by the rules. It's as much as following the rules as following the course or following aid station etiquette, right? Not cheating, setting an example that hard work, honest hard work and integrity is still paramount in mountain ultra trail running. And I know, you know, track and field, road running is even probably more dirty. Other sports are a lot more dirty. Cycling, or at least they have been. So I want to keep those values and preach clean sport, and you know, it's important to me. It's important, and that's why I'm talking about it. So yeah, overall, you know, Sierre-Zinal, definitely a step in the right direction. A great springboard for Pikes, and I'm still in it for the running of the Golden Trail Series. If I could place a lot better at Pikes, and run hopefully a faster time at Pikes, there's good improvement there, and that's what is really satisfying and something I felt good about. So finally having a decent race this year, feeling strong again, feeling healthy, getting my mountain legs back, none of that cumulative fatigue, and yeah, just doing things right. So yeah, I'm optimistic. I feel good. Congrats to everyone who took part. Sierre-Zinal, great meeting a lot of you out there. Just a really classic mountain race, international race, great history, great competition. Such a stacked, record-breaking year. It was the most competitive year at Sierre-Zinal, I'd say, for competitive depth, with the records being broken, fast times. It was a usual weather year, usually pretty warm in Sierre, and then not too muddy or cold up top, but definitely a typical weather year. So those records and those times really were amazing. And for me personally, it had been 6 years since I ran Sierre-Zinal. 6 years ago at Sierre-Zinal, I had kind of a tough race, ran 2:45 and got 16th place. This year that would have been like 40th place probably, but to improve the time, to lower my time by 7 minutes and not get hamstring cramps, and to feel stronger, especially on the downhill, was really good for me. And I think it's good for Pikes, where you have to fly on this downhill, and also be a good climber obviously, and be altitude adjusted. But it'll be competitive at Pikes here. I'm excited. Still having it running in the Golden Trail Series. It's always been the goal. And yeah, Killian Jornet will be here. It'll be interesting to see what kind of time he could put down. He'll be tough at Pikes, but we have the home course Colorado advantage. I know a lot of international guys and women are coming to race Pikes as part of the Golden Trail Series, as well as a lot of strong US runners we always have in Pikes. So it's a classic mountain race, a lot of history as well. Excited to see the training and the racing leading into this in the next 10 days. Definitely stay tuned on here. Thanks so much for all your support. Thanks to Patreon supporters for making this possible. Looking and investing in a new laptop probably to help with this 360 camera footage. My 5-year-old laptop is having trouble with some of the footage and editing, and it slows things down. So trying to get more advanced with the editing, bring you more quality videos, better content. Oh, look at this, sir. 1,500 feet deep. Ah, this is awesome. So I'm gonna do some mile repeats down here actually from A-frame. That's the workout today. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. Got to be serious with the training and the workouts. Thanks so much to Patreon supporters for making this possible. Thanks to all the viewers on here, all you guys, any service, any distance. I know a lot of you do marathons and 5Ks and 10Ks, as well as the ultras and mountain races from all over the world. Really couldn't do this without you. So the likes and thumbs ups, subscriptions really help me. So thanks for that. Hope running's going well, and stay tuned for more. Hey, how's it going? Thanks. Time to fly.